Greetings, my friends. I hope you're having a good weekend, a good relaxed weekend. We're in the midst of great transformation. And it's important to realize that we all came with a dream, a vision, and that is our cosmic mission. This deep desire, to whatever we are most passionate about, whatever we feel the deepest about, is really what we came here. It is the plan of God that we realize it. Yet there are forces of opposition, that dark forces that will try to prevent us from manifesting all this dream. It is all part of the great plan of God to allow the darkness to create an opposition force so we can overcome obstacle and learn through the process. It was the philosopher Plotin who realized that God is one, God is only love, and there is no opposing force to God. But where does suffering can come from? Or what can oppose that force if that is the case? For in truth, there is the dark forces are only here to serve God. They don't know that, of course, but they are serving the plan of God because they are with all they do, they are reinforcing the light within. So personally, I'm getting a lot of messages from Spirit. I hope you're getting this information about your own by now. You're getting the information, the mirror back from your guides and spirits and God and source but it's never the whole picture. Right? It's like just clues. I'm getting clues. We're all getting clues. We're like just as enough to be inspired and stay in the right direction. Just as sometimes I'm getting information, a word, for instance, but without any frame. So it's like they're telling me something, but they don't know who it's related to, or words, but I don't know which situations. And I say I'm doing something completely different, completely out of. Just something completely mundane, and then in my head it's like, oh, what a shame. It's like, yeah, what a shame about what? It's like, please clarify, thank you. But because it's like sometimes it can be frustrating, but it's like it's just we got to learn to navigate all that. Because we have to understand the guidance, the higher intelligence, the supreme intelligence that guide life does work and operate from a plane of eternal reality. They are fully conscious of matter, time, energy, space, all of that. But they are not. They are beyond it. It's like to time for them. It's eternity. Matter does not exist. Space does not exist. Only consciousness exists, and all is energy. But so they have a different view. But here we were sent here to this planet in physical form to do. To look at to have an assessment of the situation of the planet. For me, Verizon. Now we're doing that throughout our life. We give out energy and we receive energy. But for now, very soon I'm going to have to be able to do that at French level, the French society, all the in and out working of this, the government and all that. But I didn't want to get too involved until it is the time to get into those very complex systems. But eventually the whole planet needs to be to do an audit, spiritual audit. Where do we stand? What do we want to keep? What do we want to release? So it is important to see beauty with our eyes. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Truth is in the mind of he who can comprehend it, and love is in the heart of those who can feel it. I was walking in the streets. I went to get some groceries, and it was like I was just like, wow, such a beautiful energy in the air. And it was this song, "Love is in the air," which I'm going to sing a little bit afterwards. But so it's very important to stop working so hard on the transformation and allowing it to happen. To have this dream of renaissance is a mix of the mastery between our adult consciousness and the inner child's innocence. It is very important. The inner child is coming here to for a very long time. Our consciousness needed to come to seek out the inner child to heal it, but now it is the inner child that comes out to heal the human adult. So I thank you very much. Not to forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. I thank you so very much for your donations if you can. I wanted to also, if you want a private consultation, you feel free to contact me. For the dark will keep us the dark is wholly employed in keeping people in fear mode, in survival mode, in order to prevent people to reaching out their dream or their vision to unfold that. And those dreams or visions, they're not really, they're not selfish desires. They're really they're really it's a cosmic mission in reality. It's really here to fulfill a deep desire to participate in the collective awakening for everybody. It's been programmed with complementary vision to create that new world, and we'll find that later on. But right now, there is always cosmic influences, but the planet Chiron is opposing the moon in Scorpio, Chiron in Pisces, that retrograded in Pisces, and the moon is in Scorpio. The moon in Scorpio is about magic, it's about miracles, it's about transformation. I have my moon in Scorpio in my birth chart, so it's a difficult mood in the birth chart, but when you traverse it, there's a great deal of magic and mystery, and so it emphasizes the power of Chiron to heal, the cosmic healer. And the moon is neutral. The moon doesn't have cosmic energy. For a very long time, he was the guardian, and he was keeping the whole world under a very low frequency because he was controlled by dark forces. But now it's been liberated, and it's completely neutral. It's disengaging limited programs of consciousness on the emotional level. For the moon, it reflects the light of the sun, but it's not a natural. We'll find out later on. Some people may disagree with that. I remember once I said that to some people, and they went into a rage. They just like they were ready to jump out the window. That the moon is not a natural satellite of the Earth; it is a technological creation. But she will ascend with the planet. It's a completely neutral energy, and so it's like it's a very good way for the wounds to be integrated by the opposition of Chiron. The neutrality of the moon allows us to be more lucid in relationship to how we're traversing that. And with the cooperation, the disactivation of the inner child is very, very powerful to heal the wounds of the adult beings, with all the traumas that we've been through, also all the shake-up, all the memories, and so that we're really moving from a survival creation to a consciousness creation. So it's very important because they're really trying to keep the survival as long as possible, to keep people in fear and survival as long as possible, because that's the only means they have to prevent the planet from ascension. But the dream is the mission. Your dream, your highest vision, that is your cosmic mission. That is the cosmic plan. That is the plan of God. This is where you're going to be of most service, when you'll be able to fulfill. You feel already that you're already ready to fulfill your highest potential, and. Because whatever we need, we can create. Invention is the necessity, is the mother of invention. Whatever we need, as soon as humanity feel the need for something, human created. But then when in unconscious society, there is all kinds of unconscious needs, and they create that allows the dark force to create all kinds of dark things to fulfill the needs. So that it's really discernment is very, very important to discern. It's the final test for humanity, to discern between the light and the dark, that which is wanted and that which is not wanted. It's important to pause, to pray, to meditate, to receive, and to create and to act. It's because first you pause, clear your mind, you breathe, then you pray, you ask God, and then you move into a meditative state. You empty your mind, you clear it up, and then once you clear, you're going to receive the information that is the reflection of your prayer. And then once you get the guidance, you can act. You can fully act. So it is important to practice this process, and it's important also not to follow or expect political news or revelation in the media. I know a lot of people love that, but it's an addiction. The dark forces have created that to create an addiction. Whenever there is a revelation, I know I was following that too. But now I'm learned to depend a lot more on inner wisdom and clarity than on all those things from the matrix. Those of the dark will make little revelation, but yet it's just a half truth. There is all kinds of secrets still hidden, and then so people will say, "Oh, that's great," but that is it's really nothing great. It's just a fix. They're giving us a fix of false light, and and so so so. So it's important to understand they're creating addiction until the next fix, until the next revelation, because it's those things will they will make people anxious. They will create agitation, chaos, and it will leave people empty. It's like junk food in terms of news. And so just trust your inner wisdom rather than expect it from the outside world. And those things will happen, but do not be depending on the for your consciousness to be enlightened on the feed from the political, social, political, economical world. So it's nice to observe what is going on, but this is not the primary source, shouldn't be the primary source of awakening, because it creates addiction. People are just, they say, oh, we'll give them, real truth. They love it. We'll give them a false truth. They love it too. They give you another little bit of truth. But there is still, so they can keep hiding the most important things, that they are the one who are orchestrating all this conflict. So the truth will come into light, just no reason to feel anxious or agitated about it. Trust your inner wisdom. We could trust your feelings in general, what you feel. What you feel, you make real. And so what we're seeking to be, we have to be serene and peaceful. And everything that makes us feel good, everything that is of the light, will always point us to the source within. Everything that points you to a leader outside, or to limited group consciousness, or anything that exclude everything else, all of that, they're just traps of the matrix. So it's very important to discern at this point. And to follow your own feelings in relationship to that. Your heart will not mislead you. So it is really the final exam. So it is about to making the choice of peace and joy always, as much as possible, creativity, as much to tune into the fulfillment of your highest dreams and desires, while having to deal with all the distractions. So we still need to make this peace, this joy, this creativity, and to anchor our beliefs in the determination towards that point of freedom, while there is all those distractions from the dark, the fears, the doubts, the scarcity, the poverty, the war, the conflict. All of that will continue to be going on as long as people are feeding the program, feeding the matrix. And so it is, because Osho used to say, the master, the teacher, spiritual teacher, used to say, my spirituality is only for the rich. The poor, they don't have time to involve themselves in spirituality. So it's very important to try to find a way to liberate ourselves from financial scarcity, to be limitation, to be free from all that, and to eliminate as much as possible all those things that can. So we have more time to dedicate ourselves to the service of our spiritual evolution and service to the collective. So it is very important. That's why the Nessara, Gesara, quantum financial system is very important, to liberate humanity, to move from a scarcity system to an abundance system, from fear to love, before we can completely do away with money and all that. But because even in the past, the people that were interested in spirituality, they were not in society. They go into monasteries or temples, but to be completely detached from all those things of the world, so they can dedicate themselves to spirituality. But right now we're at a time where we need it in society, because there is a collective ascension, and the world need all of us in society, inside the world. So we do need to when in Rome, do as the Roman do. So it's very important to know that we do need to be in the world. So it is a little bit more challenging. But the victory of the light is already ensured, and we just need to continue to pause, to breathe, to pray, to meditate, to receive the information, and then to go for it, to create, to act. and then we'll be led step by step. Well, I hope this message resonated with you. I thank you so very much for your support, your likes, your sharing, your comments. Thank you so very much. Not to forget to subscribe and for your donations. I'm going to show a few paintings that I did. I usually work by pair. I'm going to realize, and I've dated all of them. I've organized them by chronology because I have about 200 on this format and almost 500 on the smaller format. And I'm so having them with a precise date on the end, the day I signed them, it's going to be easier for me to present them. So that is one. And the other one that is a little bit like... and this one's a bit different, very light, much lighter. I don't have any more, very few little paper left, but I'm going to try to keep painting for the time I'm still here. I do with what I have. It's actually we're really learning to really be flexible, to be ascetic, to be able to do away with a lot of things. Also, but it'll be nice to be in opulence, in abundance, and not to be attached to it, but to be enjoying that without attachment. It's going to be really nice. Well, I'm going to finish with a song and then pull a few cards of the Dakini. Song that was going through my mind. It talks about the shift of energy, the feeling of love in the air. It goes like this. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish, I don't know if I'm being wise, but it's something I must be living, and it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, in the whisper of a tree. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the sea. And I don't know if I'm just dreaming, don't know if I feel safe, but it's something I must be living, and it's there when you call my name. Love is in the air, whoa, 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 love is in the air. Love is in the air, in the rising of the sun. Love is in the air, when the day's nearly done. And I don't know if you're an illusion, I don't know if I see truth, but you're something I must be living, and you're there when I reach out for you. Love is in the air, whoa, 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 love is in the air, whoa, 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 love is in the air. Love is in the air. I have this new relation, this new connection, soul connection that's quite exciting. She's really eager for us to come together, but we live in a different universe. She's not spiritual and she doesn't know much about art, but she's a movie actress. She lives in Hollywood. It's like, it's very, but beyond that, there is pretty deep connection. So we'll see what happens with that. The card of the day is really the guardian. It's really a mystical experience. It's an initiation. Be prepared for very deep initiation, mystical, unexpected transformation that is going on within. There is always, no matter how it may be perceived at the time when we're experiencing something not that pleasant that we may experience during the initiation, but we come to realize the value of it afterwards. So just be gracious and continue to connect to love and light whenever you need. Call on those forces to be in and around you. The higher wisdom is light. It's Shiva, is the pillar of fire. It is putting our hand on the light. It is an increase of power, of illumination, really. What we need to understand is the cosmic carrot, to allow ourselves to be led, to be guided. It's like a carrot. It's like we have a carrot. God is putting a carrot and the stick. Of course, there is love beyond the carrot and the sticks, but there are a lot of things in work in the spirit realm. When our education works with the carrot and the stick, God will put us in a direction through our desires and and moral consciousness, and then as we follow that, we align, and then when we don't follow it, we get the stick. So well, I'm just not talking about the stick, but learn to follow your guidance. It's really what we need to understand. What we need to do is the tree spirit. It's really to be well anchored within the earth and continue to grow towards the light, to grow towards the sky. And it's also about the power of transformation that is very, very powerful right now. This magic of this tree magic and the tree of life. We're both integrating the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. The tree of knowledge is about the duality, is the two forces, the good and evil. But the tree of life is the unity of it all, beyond all. Beyond all, there is nothing to oppose that force that is God, that is one, that is love. And the outcome is the wheel of great time. It is the miracle. It is the magic. It is the unexpected. It is the wheel of great time. And so miracles will be happening, and the great times. Let the good time roll. Well, my friends, I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.